Hello, everybody. This is our first, I should say, premiere podcast for Welshrighz and Associates and everyone associated with us, which it sounds like it's the same thing, but it's really not. Our topic for today is what do millennials need to know in order to be successful? And is it different from what your parents know? Now, of course, that's going to be different from all different types of perspectives, considering that people have come from different places, so this should be an interesting talk. Would anybody like to introduce themselves, please?
Yeah, I can go. My name is Cora. My tag is Nefi. I am a poet, and I work for Welshrighz, and I'm also going to be developing into the process of the web series Brains and Beauty.
All right, nice to see you. And go ahead.
I'm Sin City. I go by Sin. I'm the owner of Queen of Sin's Boutique. I'm also a member of Welshrighz Entertainment. And I also have my own organization called The Movement.
The Movement?
Yes.
Very good. I was just making sure that's what you said, that's all. All right, so
Yeah.
that's awesome. I'm really excited. My name is Amir Appleseed. I am both the proprietor of Welshrighz of itself, but I'm also an associate in that I am promoting myself as a performer and other people within a performance. And if you didn't know how Welshrighz is set up, it is set up as a monolith, basically, if that makes any sense. It might not make sense, so I hope I used the right word. Basically, it is a music label, a social media marketing platform, and a shelter. And with the shelter, it's associated with another group within the city called Icons for Peace, which Sin City is also associated with. Basically, it's an initiative to help people throughout the city, but also I'm not from New Orleans, so I do my best to try to be very national about it. Of course, I try to help support Icons for Peace as much as possible, but at the end of the day, they are much more passionate about it being about New Orleans and the youth in New Orleans specifically, because that's really where their heart is, and I understand that. So with that said, what do millennials need to know in order to be successful in New Orleans, but then also on a national level? For me, what I believe is that their parents don't have like the biggest understanding of what they're exposed to, I should say it like that. And what I mean by that is mostly the internet and how it's evolved from the time of the 80s all the way to now. There are 5-year-olds out there actually using the internet. So how can someone who may not even know how to use the internet, i.e. parents, because I do know a few of them that do not know how to use the internet properly. How are they supposed to help their children? First of all, of course, monitoring is one thing, but that's not really what we're talking about. How are they supposed to teach them and help them be successful in businesses and everything that's all of it's moving towards online? For the trends for 2016 in the first place, everything's moving to social media and it's also moving online. So if you don't know how to use the internet, then how are you supposed to teach your child, which unless they go to college in a certain capacity, how are you supposed to teach them anything?
I can see that. Well, for me, one of mine was that they need to be able how to know to navigate in physical life and still be present, because everything is becoming computers and technology and the internet and everything very much mechanical. So it's just they're going to forget to go outside and play, and they're going to forget to stay connected here in the present and in the physical and to do things. And I think actually their parents will probably be able to help them with that, keep them on track in that area if they can't help them in any other way.
That's true. Also a good point to mention is one thing that millennials, in terms of business, of course, and I mean, successful is more than business, but that's usually where I go to with it because that's my life right now. But in terms of physical locations, that's actually the one thing that millennials like is actually going into a store.